Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Tower card, right? So you guys know what this means. All bets are off, right? You don't really predict the Tower card. You kind of just get ready for the moment that it hits. This could be, all right, so your jumping card for your first card out. This could be a moment of realization for you, but it could just as easily be a bust up. Now, your first card out is the Two of Cups. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, this could be a shaky week when it comes to the partnership. Why? Because you've got the Tower card there, right? So prepare yourself for an intense moment or an intense time of it. In some way, shape or form, things are likely to get a little bit stressy, all right, over the course of this week. Now, you've got the new moon taking place in the sign of Scorpio, which is your 11th house. All right, so this is all to do with your groups, etc., and also people that could be benefactors. But one of the things that I'm really tempted to say to you with this is not a week to allow other people to meddle in your relationship. All right, this is a week where whatever you've got going on, you need to deal with it in-house. That was a similar message that came up for Sagittarius, but in a different kind of way. Now, that being said, you've got the Two of Cups here in your actions and into your actions and options. This is about what you do, right? So this is a time where maybe leaning on your partnerships and your connections is actually the right thing to do rather than trying to clam up and go it all on your own. Now, that being said, you do have this energy kind of floating around. And the fact that we've got a new moon, I find that new moons are actually just as intense sometimes as full moons, because everything's unclear. Nobody really knows what's going on or what they're stressing about. Now, the fact that you've got the Tower card here as well, this could be a challenge with or in a partnership that is existing. It doesn't have to be a personal relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a work relationship. It could be, you know, all of the above, right? So this week, just when it comes to your partnerships, your connections and your relationships, and especially your friendships, be careful around that space, because this week you could have a really intense situation blow up and you might make it worse by trying to, you know, almost by trying to control a situation in a way. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Death card right underneath the Tower. Shit. Okay, well, this is not an easy combination. You guys know me by now. When it's good, I will tell you. When it's not so good or it's bad, I'm going to tell you. And this combination, I have to say, is not an easy one. I touch wood. I truly hope that I'm wrong on this. That could be a spontaneous death that shows up, you know, very quickly, almost out of the blue. It could be, because it's in your communication sector, so this could be a fallout to end all fallouts, right? This could be an argument that is very explosive, right? You know, with harsh words spoken. And I'm going to be really honest with you, with this combination of cards, whatever words are spoken in the heat of this moment this week, there's no going back, right? So this week I will say to you, probably, sorry, I know you can't see that. It's because the light is there. There is actually a title there. It says money and materials. This week, I would just be careful, because the truth of the matter is, whatever the situation is, or whatever the words that come out of your mouth or somebody else's mouth, there's no going back from them, right? You're not going to be able to... Forewarned is forearmed. Now that you know this, you can prepare and adjust accordingly. So if a situation gets heated this week and you feel like this is getting out of hand, remove yourself, and quickly, right? So that you know that you're not going to say something that once it's kind of out, There's no going back, right? You're not going to be able to pull this back. It will just be a case of it's said now and it is what it is, all right? So just be careful. When it comes to those of you that work for somebody else, this could be, for some of you, maybe deciding to walk out of a job. It's rare, very rare for a Capricorn to walk out of a job. Come hell or high water, rain or shine, you guys tend to stick in with it. But this could be something that you feel is unforgivable or flies in the face of your own integrity. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, it could spell the end of some aspect of your business. This could be where some part of what you've done for a very long time now comes to an end. It is the Death card, so the chances are that this is going to be consciously led, but because you've got the Tower card here, it could be conscious, but it could also be very sudden. All right, so if this is the case, and excuse me, if you've got, you know, clients, as most business owners do, or if you've got employees, as some business owners do, you have to let everybody know in due time so that everybody can make adjustments, right? So just be careful this week. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, this is the time really, I think, to down tools, whatever that means to you. I think this is a moment to really stand still and take stock and consider where you're actually at, all right? For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Swords. So you've got this right underneath the Two of Cups. So this is actually nice because it suggests to me that whatever's going on here between you and a partner and a loved one, if there are challenges in a relationship this week, it does suggest that you're able to get over them or you're able to get past them. All right, so there are ways for reconciliation here, but it is going to require presence. It's going to require one of you to be big enough to say, okay, you know what? I need to step out of this because it's getting too much, or it's heading in a direction that I don't feel like we're going to be able to come back from. This could be a friendship, a partnership, a family member, family tie, etc. I'm just going to say it. This is a very intense week for you, all right? Especially when it comes to all kinds of interpersonal connections. But there is, you know, chances for reconciliation. But I've got to be honest with you. Some of what is said this week, like I said, in the heat of the moment, there's no coming back from it. So you just need to find a way to manage that. For those of you that are single, I mean, it's possible. I will never say never because life is life, and, you know, the Tower card. Maybe you meet somebody in the most unlikely place or in the most unlikely situation. It's very, very possible, you know, and I just kind of feel like whatever this is, it might have the potential to off-foot you. So, you know, if you are meeting someone this week, the Capricorn yawn, I'm so sorry. If you are meeting someone this week, it's, you know, all bets are off. They will be getting all of you. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and you will be getting, the rain has just started, sorry, and, you know, you will be presenting yourself, not that you ever do, but you will be presenting yourself as nothing less than all that you are. For your money and materials, some good news, finally, you've got the King of Pentacles, right? So your money certainly looks good, your finances, your resources. It is underneath this Death card, right? So this could be an expense that's going away this week, which could be good. There could be some big conversations about the living situation this week. The King of Pentacles is also things like promotions, banking, finances, resources, all of that kind of stuff. It's actually a really great card for finances because it sees you increasing your finances in a way that's for the long term. So this is great. This is, you know, in that regard, you've got some really good news. Even actually these two cards are quite nice. It's just this that really, for me, that's some intensity. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, your King of Pentacles is going to be your neck, your throat, and your voice. This week, especially if you do something like what I do, where your voice or speaking or communication is very important with the voice. Look after your vocals this week. Really, really, like for those of you that are singers, all the rest of it, this is a week to really protect your voice, all right? Especially with these, because it kind of possibly suggests as well that this could be the loss of a voice, you know, so just be careful. For your new moon message on the 4th of November, you have the gate 34 and power, right? So how we use our power says a lot about who we are. How we treat people that are considered inferior, you know, as the saying goes, if you want to see the true mark of someone's character, see how they treat their inferiors or persons that can't do anything for them. This new moon is really going to show you where you have power in situations and possibly where you don't have any at all. And as such, I think that you're going to find ways to adjust your approach to things this week. And it might take all of your power just to walk away from a situation when you feel like it's kind of going a certain way or getting out of hand. All right, so just be conscious this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an interesting week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.